HipHop Heads.
See, now we should probably start the show. See, everything you heard before was probably a warm-up. I got thousands of songs we can do. I could be here till 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Don't give a fuck. Just like, you know, like crazy. So that real hip-hop is over.
What up, guys? It's EJ, aka Team Lightspit, and I'm done. As you guys can see on the title, we're doing Big K.R.I.T's Cadillactica.
What you think a real nigga rap for? So I can roll around in a rap for. Never dead, Cadillac, pimp, die, bitch, bowl, true, roll, 15, but I had to go and get 2 more.
Bro, y'all don't know how excited I am to listen to this shit. I'm so excited to listen to this thing. As soon as I found out that this thing was dropping, I know it was sometime during the summer. He said he put out like a video of like a Cadillac, and he said Cadillactica, and then he said dropping this fall. So I'm expecting like, oh, okay, September, and then I see the release date. It was like November 11th. And I've been waiting for this thing ever since. Oh man, I'm so fucking excited to listen to this thing. Y'all don't know this, but I'm a huge Big K.R.I.T fan. Huge. I've been following this dude's work for, well, I mean, for really 2 years. I've listened to all his other shit, obviously. K.R.I.T was here, Return to Forever, Forever in a Day, and then Live from the Underground, and then the King Remembered in Time, and then this one. Well, and he also put like a week of K.R.I.T out in the middle while we were waiting for this album, and some of the tracks did make it on here, like Mount Olympus and Lack Lack. I have heard some of the songs on here: Pay Attention, King of the South, Soul Food, Lack Lack, and Mount Olympus. Other than that, I haven't heard the rest of the album. I mean, some of the features on here are pretty fucking surprising. E40, Lupe, Fiasco, those are the ones that just really jumped at me. I'm gonna pop this thing into the laptop today, sit down, listen to the whole thing, and man, I really hope this thing doesn't disappoint me, because I've been waiting for this thing for a while. Huge Big K.R.I.T fan. I even went back and listened to the See Me on Tops, so like, I'm a huge Big K.R.I.T fan. It sounded hungry as hell from what I've heard, so I really hope this is gonna be a good album. So yeah, I'm gonna go listen to this thing. Peace, y'all. Damn. At first, I was like, don't let me down. Don't let me. After through, I was like, and then towards the end, once I finished it, I was like, I'm feeling it, feel the passion. First impressions rating. Damn. You know what? I'll play it safe. I'll give this thing a 9. First impressions. Yeah.
What up, guys? It's HipHop Heads. We're recording this on a Saturday, and we're doing Cadillactica. Yeah, so I mean, I've listened to this thing multiple times, about like 6 times. Yeah, he really hasn't had that much time, so it'll be me mostly talking throughout the review. Yeah, so Cadillactica, you guys saw in the intro, I was super excited to listen to this thing. I'm a huge Big K.R.I.T fan. I just love his style, like everything. He's one of my favorite artists out right now. The concept was basically he was continuing on from the first one, which was on the album cover. It was a Cadillac crashing onto planet Earth, and so he was basically explaining where the Cadillac came from. And so he really just created this planet called Cadillactica, which is his subconscious mind. Like, he was on some next level shit as far as this. Production on this thing, it was unlike the other ones, because K.R.I.T used to do all of his own production before that. He did like all his production, and so this one he brought different producers. He brought there's a lot more live instrumentation on this one, because before, you know, it's obviously just sampling. He sampled a lot before, and obviously he did it with, like, you know, the MPCs and stuff like that, creating the different sounds. This one was a lot more like a live instrumentation, like the guitar, the drums and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that was huge as far as this album. the soul, because you can feel that, especially in the live instrumentation. The ones where he did the live instrumentation, that's where you feel like the soul in the album, because it really feels like authentic. Where they, you know, when they used to actually play instruments and stuff like that. I'm not saying the sampling's bad and using the MPC and stuff like that. It doesn't have the same sort of like soul, exactly the same feeling that when you do have live instrumentation. Like the Outkast, that's a big thing that I noticed off this album, reminding me of Outkast, because Outkast did a bunch of live instrumentation on theirs. Definitely, that helped so much. There's definitely a lot of growth. He was saying that he wanted people to notice the growth in his music. There's a lot of growth sonically. The production, huge growth. That's where he made the biggest step forward, I think, is the production, the live instrumentation, stuff like that. He just did a lot of the soul, the jazz, those sounds. And that's huge in his influence, because he is like a jazz dude, and he also grew up with people who did sample a lot of jazz, like Outkast. Yeah, so we'll just get into the tracks right now. The first track, Creation, is where he's like creating the planet or whatever that he's gonna set up throughout the whole story. What I really liked about this song was, it wasn't like the lyrics or anything. I think it was just, I like how he did the voice changer. That kind of reminded me of like when Pac did the voice changer. I know he is very influenced by Pac. That's what got him into writing poetry and rap. Yeah, I like the voice changer and just the cowbells and stuff like that, because it's just those little sounds, right? That's very southern and very soulful. And as soon as I heard that, right, I was like, oh yes, that reminds me of the old K.R.I.T sound that he brings in, just with that the cowbells and stuff like that. So yeah, I like that track. Life, I like this track because it reminded me of Rise and Shine off his Return of Forever. Like, it's just how it's like Rise and Shine, like just really in your face, hype, very like passionate. Something I noticed, the album is kind of like in two halves. After the Standby, or before Standby, it's more up-tempo in the first one, and then it's a lot more mellowed out in the second one. I noticed that. Yeah, I love the production on Life. The third one, My Sub 3, like he's done the My Subs throughout the whole, like all of his projects or whatever. And so, except for the first one, I knew he was gonna do it, and I was like, how are you gonna do it with, as far as telling a story about the whole planet? But I thought it was clever how he did it with the Big Bang. Like Big Bang, that was like his banger song. That was the banger song, but I liked it though, because it was different than the whole album for sure. But I think it was cool how he did it, like the Big Bang. He's talking about his subwoofers in his car. I did like that song. It was very stripped down. It's just like him and bass. This is pretty much what the song is. My sub, sub my car. So Cadillactica. This is my favorite one out of the whole album. I love the production on this and the flow that he did on it. It wasn't, again, and this is something that it did lack throughout the whole album. It wasn't super crazy lyricism. I think before, K.R.I.T was very direct, right? When it came to lyricism, he was very direct and you got it instantly. This time he's doing a lot of more metaphors. You know what I mean? It's not, I had to go to Rap Genius and read what he was saying, because he's saying a lot of stuff and it's very fast. I love the flow he did on it. That's another thing that he's progressed a lot in, is his flow. The flow on this was perfect, and the production. I love this song, but I think I did have to go back and look at it, but it didn't really make too much sense in my opinion. It wasn't like, I didn't really get it as far as the whole story. Maybe I'm just stupid and it did make sense. I just didn't get it. But I still really like, again, I said it's my favorite song, and that's just off sonically. And then how we transitioned to it with Soul Food, the skit, that was funny.
I like
yeah, but like the transition before that with the, like you can get a biscuit, shit, you. Yeah. I love that transition, how he did. That was flawless. It was pretty funny. And then Soul Food with Raphael Saadiq producing on it. I really like that song. Right? And he was talking about like what happened with the soul food, the good nutrition, the good times. He was just thinking back at when like things were good, when everybody just come around, eat good food, and just like share memories and stuff, or share stories. And that was good. That was a good song. That was one of his more like I guess meaningful songs on there that were more direct. You know what I mean? That one's, yeah, exactly. You got that the first time, like, okay, what happened to soul food? The apple pie ain't even snap or whatever. Like, you got what he was saying immediately. You didn't have to decode it or anything. The pay attention. And that was one of the singles that did come out before the album came out. And when I first listened to the song, right? Okay, exactly, right. This is more like his, like I guess Drake song.
I didn't feel it at all, man.
So this was the thing. I didn't feel it when I was like you, right? I didn't feel it when I first heard it, especially with this, like it being a single. I didn't like it, but then I heard it through the whole album, and I appreciate it a little bit more. It wasn't one of my favorites, but I
don't think the feature comes from Rico.
Oh, Rico Love, or the singing or whatever.
I don't know. It's just it sounds choppy. It sounds out of place to me.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I didn't mind it as much as when I first heard it. I definitely felt like you did, but I think in the whole idea, it made more sense, so I appreciate it more. It wasn't one of my favorite tracks on there though, but I think it was okay though.
Like you said, like last time with Chronica, we were good. I just think it didn't need to be there. Like
okay, yeah, you could have took it out, make it 16 tracks or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't need to be.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, I guess. I can appreciate it though within the whole concept of the album, but I do get why people wouldn't like this song.
King of the South.
I love this song. Yeah, when I first heard it, I went on Twitter and I was like, yo, this dude sounds like he's fasting. Cause this dude sounds so damn hungry. Oh my God, he went in. This was another one of my favorites on there. Like King of the South. And that's the good thing about K.R.I.T, because he makes good catchy hooks that you can get into. Like you just like repeat like King of the South, right? Like he made me feel like the King of the South. I'm like shit. Exactly, like King of the South. And I love his enunciation with the country. Like some people can't like it too much. I love that, the whole southern enunciation. I love when the bass and the drums come in, like at King of the South, and it was just him saying it. And it's like King of the South, and then the bass and the drums come in, and then I was like, yes, this is that track.
Yeah, it's that one track. Yeah.
Right, and it still kept up the beat or the tempo of the first half of the album. I did like that. Mind Control. I was disappointed. K.R.I.T, and it wasn't because of Big K.R.I.T. It was because of the features. This was one of my more disappointing, and it had like the Outkast feel, like let me control your mind with, like the hook. It had that.
It was like that. Like the idea, I think, was good.
No, the idea was there, and this is the thing about this project a lot. The idea was there, it just wasn't executed completely. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I didn't feel Wiz on that song.
Oh no, the Wiz.
Why? Why? This guy right now is not going through good time. This guy's not putting out good music.
No, he's not. Okay, Wiz, please take a year off, recollect yourself, smoke all the weed you need.
You know you're going through a hard time.
You know, with the whole divorce or everything, just take your time, because that was not a good feature. I don't expect a great feature, but do something like you did on Glass House. Like the Glass House feature was good. You could have, and the E40. I expected E40 to come in with the you know, he does that super. He can do that fast flow. I don't want to go like super fast, but I want to be more aggressive. But I felt like he was repeating a lot of the last, you know, on each line, whatever he would say, he would repeat again. And I felt that was just lazy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like it says, it's not the best track.
I was expecting a lot more off that feature with E40. I think K.R.I.T held his own on the song. I just really expected more with E40. I was pretty disappointed in that feature, but I mean it was okay, right? But it did kind of fall short. Oh, I like Stand By.
I love Stand By.
Right?
I love that saxophone.
The sax on the yes, but it was like a spoken word poetry that he has on there, like he did on King Remember the Time. It wasn't like this. He did What the Fuck. That shit was insane. And I did kind of wish he did something like that. But this is like that spoken word poetry that he has, because again, he started off writing poetry. So I see those influences in it. And yeah, I like Stand By.
It works really well for the transition of music.
Yeah.
Which is what it was meant to be.
Right, to prepare you for the second half of the album. Yeah. It was clear that he wanted that interlude to be like, all right, we're bringing it down.
We're done with
right, like, yeah, exactly. We brought you up. We gave you those bangers. but we're gonna bring you down now a little bit. We're gonna calm you down. Next was Do You Love Me? Okay, I'll put Do You Love Me and Third Eye in there together. And this, you know, shamelessly, I like these songs.
I do too.
And this is, but here's the thing, because when K.R.I.T does the singing, the soulful, the slower, you feel the soul in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it doesn't sound like forced. It doesn't sound forced.
No, right?
It sounds like he means it. You know?
Like, and I know this is off topic, but like that was one of my complaints on the Logic album. When he sang, it felt forced.
Yeah.
But when K.R.I.T sings, he's got that smooth voice, and you really feel that soul.
And like, I think that's what makes him a good artist. Is that like you have to feel the music, you know, and he
This is
shows it.
Yeah, this is the music you feel, right? And it's songs like these where he can pull it off. Even being like when he talks about women, I think he does it very well.
Yeah.
And it does it very soulful. The production on both of those were awesome. I know he did Do You Love Me? And you know the girl who was singing is his girlfriend. It was like Hruby something.
What was it?
Yeah, but yeah, the girl singing on there, that's his girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's his girlfriend on there, and I think she did the feature very well. The hook, do you hear them? Like again, that's that soulfulness that I feel in songs from people like Common. When Common does stuff like that, when he brings girls in and he does that soulful, you feel it. It's not like what's out today, what people mistake as being soulful. It's more like R&B. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
When it's too much R&B, I don't really like it.
It's too
that
much drama.
Exactly. No, when it's bad like that, but it was really focused and it was very deep about like he is talking about a woman, but it was very like respectful.
Yeah.
I like when he does it like that. Yeah, they felt very outcast-ish.
Yeah.
Especially Third Eye. Third Eye, whatever, right? I can't sing. And then no, but it's like Across the Road. When he does that, like Across the Road, that felt very outcast-ish to me. And I love Outkast, by the way, so that's a good thing. And it was a good message as well, talking about like, you know, I can see past the materials.
It's good music.
Right, like I can see your soul. That's what he's talking about with Third Eye. Number 12 was Mo Better Cool. I like this. This is one of my favorite productions on this. Again, the content wasn't completely there. Yo, Big Son. That's his homie, right? That he's like been riding with for a while. He killed that for us. The last one, Big Son killed it on there. I was one of my favorite verses, or it is my favorite feature on the album. I love Mo Better Cool. The production on there was awesome. Again, with the soulful sounds. I think this is one of the two songs that he did have a sample on. And I think Devin the Dude. Yeah, right. And Devin the Dude did his thing on the hook, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I definitely did like. I like this song, Mo Better Cool. It didn't really have that much of a like concept behind it, but it was still good, right? You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those feel-good songs.
It's just amazing.
Right. I wish Bun B would have came in with a harder verse on there. Because I wish he would have came with something like Shine On. When he did the Shine On feature on King Around the Time, he would have came something like that. I would have loved Bun B's verse on there. But Big Son killed it on there. And so did K.R.I.T when he was doing when he does that flow, when he's going in and out or whatever, like up and down. I love that. He killed the flow on there as well. Angels was, I think Angels Get High or whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like I was in church when I heard this song.
I like it though.
Right, like I have that again, but that's that soulfulness. But
I found myself like already singing it the first time around. Like it's really catchy. And
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, K.R.I.T has a good feel for hooks.
Yeah.
He can do the hooks very well. But the Angels Get High. I did like the song. I did feel like I was in church a little bit too much. But I did like the song. And then 14 was Saturday's Equal Celebration with Jamie and Commons.
I like that one.
And I knew Jamie and Commons' work before that. I know he's gonna do them like really epic hooks. The song is gonna be really epic, and I knew that. Even though the title of the track, I was like, what the fuck? Like Saturday's Equal Celebration. The title of the song was kind of whack. but the song was still good. It was very epic, right? When I first, it was a good song. It wasn't like one of my favorites, but I did like the song. The loud ass drums and like the gunshots of the production ever. That, yeah, again, it helped like the really epic feel of the song. Lost Generation. Right, yeah, that's the same thing I was feeling too. Exactly, like, I prefer Lupe's verse on there. Yeah, Lupe, because he was doing it like from the perspective of the Lost Generation that Chris talking about. But he's like, you know what, fuck, like we ain't lost, right? Yeah. But we don't need your advice or anything like that. That's what, I think Lupe did it well. And the stuff that he was talking about, like doing on the mic, military industrial complex, I thought that was clever as hell. But I like Lupe's verse on there. Again, this is where K.R.I.T's not being as direct, because I didn't really feel what he was saying. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like it was like a messy track. I feel like it wasn't like. I feel like it. I don't know. I just.
Again, the concept was there.
The execution
was lacking, especially on this song. Yeah, Lost Generation. I think the execution on this track was dumb.
It's like saying what, like with what you were saying, it's really contradicting, and again, and like with the directing, it's really confusing. Like by the end of the song, like I feel like you should like know what's going on, but you don't really
know what's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Like, are they saying that we are, like that we're not?
Yeah, right. Like I get, okay, they're trying to contradict. Like K.R.I.T saying was wrong, and then Lupe's gonna say, no, we like that attitude of what like the generation of nowadays feels like. But I didn't think they brought it all together.
But like that's what I mean. Like I don't know what the concept was. Was it like, is Lupe wrong, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally know what you mean. No, I think he was trying to say that Lupe was wrong.
I think so.
I think he should have been more clear. Yeah, I think he should have been more clear on there. I didn't like how. I wish he would have brought it more together. Do you know what I mean? Full back around, like, oh, okay, this is what happens when you have this mentality.
Yeah, exactly. Because it just shows it in like and the thing that I think kind of screws it up is like it's a really good verse, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's a really good verse, so like it might even seem positive in a way, even though it's supposed to like not.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I wish he would have just drop another verse on there. Why didn't he do that? There was only 2 verses on there. Yeah, K.R.I.T just came back and said, okay, you know what? This is wrong with your mentality, and this is why. And this is why you guys are gonna fuck up. And just bring it back, you know what I mean? I think he just kind of left it off, like, okay, Lost Generation.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah, I guess that was a blemish on the album. And then we have I'm guessing these, Mount Olympus and Lack Lack. And like, I don't really like the Mount Olympus reprise. And then Lack Lack, I like Lack Lack. With A$AP Ferg. A$AP Ferg brought that Bone Thugs feel to it, like the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I love that. One of my favorite songs on there. Lack Lack. So overall thoughts, man. I really like this, but it didn't blow my mind. This is what I was talking about in the beginning of the review. We have to approach the albums and the mixtapes differently, because, and think about it like this, because it took me a while to understand this, and then I finally got it. The mixtapes, no, think of the albums as his like sketchbook, or his like, he's drawing, he's painting a picture. He wants to create a concept, a new concept from the ground up, right? And he just wants to paint a picture and want to be more creative on the albums. On the mixtapes, it's more like his diary or his essays. Do you know what I mean?
It's more raw.
Or exactly, right? And that's what people really feel. Where he's talking about some of the problems. He's being super introspective on the mixtapes. Someone who did not like this album as much as they would have wanted to, I think you need to maybe think back and approach it differently. And think about it like that. Like, K.R.I.T's just trying to be creative. He's just trying to make a concept of the planet or whatever. And he's going to do that moving on, as I can see. People didn't really know what this album was going to be about, because people were kind of disappointed with the first album. But now we see what the trend is. Okay, he's gonna explain the Cadillac. The lyrics weren't on par, because it's not like K.R.I.T's not a lyricist. It's just different type of lyricism on the mixtapes and the albums. I do like when he goes hard and aggressive. I think he does it perfectly, especially with the southern enunciation. So do more songs like that as well. If you are gonna take good things from this, do songs like that. So if you have to give a rating, what would it be?
I'll give this, I don't know, I'll give it like...
Don't, here, pay attention more to our review. We literally just gave you a huge in-depth review. Don't just take this number, right? Because I know people are gonna do that, and that's why I don't like doing the ratings as much, but I think it does kind of help bring it together.
So I think it's somewhere between 7 and 8 for me, because I feel like it has a lot of potential. You know, K.R.I.T's work is good, but I just don't think it was executed. And like we've talked about it the whole video, the execution is important. And I think that's what is going to give him those other 3 points, is the execution. But like, I personally, I like the soul. I really like it. And that's why I still give it a high rating, is because I love soul music. And he executes it like perfectly. But it's not a 10 out of 10 because we know K.R.I.T has more to deliver, and that's what I feel.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I'd give it like an 8.5 because of the production on here. Again, it had so much potential, but it just wasn't executed the same. You can feel it through the production and some of the things that he says, but it just wasn't all the way there that you feel on the mixtapes. And that's, if people do have complaints on that, I totally get that. Yes, I wish he would have executed that better. It was still a good, solid project. K.R.I.T, just keep doing your thing. I still support you. You're still one of my favorite artists.
Positive step.
Exactly, and it's still positive music, good music, feel-good music. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'll keep supporting. I got it on a hard copy. I have no problem. I'm happy I spent the money on this. It was a good project. If you guys have questions or anything that you want us to answer, a hip-hop related advice or anything, then do ask us at my Twitter. If you want to follow our camera guy for a stupid post about his manga or whatever, you can follow at Lost Films. Or Lost Puppy, hey. And then his YouTube channel is at Lost Films. Are you gonna start posting on there? Okay, so he will start posting on there. So y'all want to see him? Yeah, definitely. I shout out him. He's the one. He's definitely helped me so much. So, shout outs to everyone who's commented, liked, supported, watched. Keep supporting. Subscribe if you like our stuff. Give us suggestions on anything that you want us to do. If you want us, just any suggestions really help as we try and build and grow the channel. If you have any suggestions, any albums you want to review or want us to review, let us know. Yeah, peace. HipHop Heads. Basically just explaining where the Cadillac came from.
Featuring little white kids.
Oh, goddamn. Anyway.